Hello there and welcome to my channel. I'm Kate and this is the nest, and I've tried to do a little quick tidy up because the last few videos I've been showing you, it's just been heaped upon heap, and I have had a little time just to squash it all to the sides. It's not perfect, but we're going to have some stitching time, and I'm going to revisit a project that we started a little while ago now, and this is upcycling, and we're going to call these tea clutches because basically they are tea towels found in oppie shops, and we're refashioning. I'm talking about we because I'm sure some of you may have done this before, and my first go, and I'm just really enjoying the embellishing process now. So that's the first one, and then I have put together this. I only got this, was it this on the Cootamundra oppie shop? It was just this week, but when I saw these handles and this, I just knew that they went together. So I want to start working this. I think it's just going to be and look, I didn't cut anything off. I just thought that's the shape and we're going to make it work. This side isn't as busy, if you like, and I'll have to have another go at putting the handles on, but I just couldn't wait. So that's me. All right, but I thought we'd start, and I haven't even threaded up, and I'm looking around desperately for a needle because Julie, I have. How are you? I really hope you are well. Exciting times here. I woke up this morning with the tingles because it's the day that Rachel comes to Australia from Roxy's Creations, and you know, I'm sounding like a broken record, but we are all so excited to be doing well, having her in the house. I know Judy hasn't seen her, Rachel, for, well, since, when was that? March, I think. I think they see each other on, you know, Skype or FaceTime or something like that, but actually together, and there's nothing like that sense of reunion, especially as we come closer to this holiday period. So I was excited for that family. And so what am I going to do here? I am going to just have some, look at this. You can do anything in this shape. So we're going to have some fun. This is Zoe's hand-dyed wool I picked up the other day, and we'll do some canotties. So weekend here, which means I did pop out to the shops this morning early, and there's never early enough in the approach to Christmas holidays here. For those of you who are in the north or in a different schooling system, it's nearly school holidays, and that means that Christmas shopping happens. You see more caravans on the road, and there's a general sense of the summer is here. I mean, I know that happens in the northern hemisphere too, but at a different time of the year. So just playing with some fun textures here, and this colour is going to be so perfect for those. And I have to say, if you've had time to watch my project announcement video, I have just been absolutely blown away. Like, I truly, it is such a thrill to read responses and comments from you lovely people who are excited, and the excitement's catching. So I only said it now so that if you want to start thinking about things for January, So you won't see me start that particular pouch project until then. It's just with Christmas and busyness. If you're a journal writer or a diary keeper, it's sort of nice to have something to put in your diary. As a nice deadline, not as a one I have to, oh no, that's a chore. Okay, so I'm just going to be very bold and do big stitches down here. In fact, now I've changed my mind. I'll do a few short and long ones. No one really sees the bottom of the pouch, but I will feel it in my hands. So yeah, if you haven't seen where I started this is basically a tea towel that was a map of Tasmania. Hello, Amelia. And we just sort of chopped it a bit and then collaged it, and this is how it's looking so far. Oops, that's going to be hard to, and I'm using, this is thick wool. You could easily separate this out, but I'm just going thick because of those little French dotties. Now, where was I? That's just one more stitch and we'll bury it. We are having, I was watching Christine earlier, and she's in Victoria, and she was talking about the humidity. We are having crazy humidity here, and I don't like it. I moved from Sydney because this weather preserves us better. But it seems that the humidity is following us. Okay, so I haven't done any more of my beading, and you all know the story. I won't remind you, but you'll certainly hear about that. This is what I was looking for and couldn't find when I was talking about treasures in my, our pouch has to have a, well, it doesn't have to, but we're looking for a thrift. So here, this would be a thrift, a trim, my trim on the other side, which for me, usually my trims are fringes, and a treasure. I would count with these beautiful buttons as a treasure. So I found this Suffolk puff, and I'm going to make it like a green flower in the midst there. Let's change cottons, and Virginia gave me some beautiful little cotton. Hello, Virginia. And so I'm going to use this. So I've gone for thick wool. So the whole time I'm talking to you, there's a storm rumbling in the distance. We've had sunshine, then we had just a deluge, like when rain just comes straight down on top. That happened, and then the sun came out again, and yeah, who knows what will happen next. So I think with this piece, I just want it to be absolutely like a maze of layers. Probably Fleur covers every inch. I can't embroider and do flowers or anything like Fleur, but I'm collaging away, if you know what I'm trying to say. And I actually really like taking photos of these pieces because, it's nice to just see the little tiny bits. I just get them on my camera and zoom in. So they're big stitches because That's part of the that's just part of me being fast and not neat. I won't try and call it a style. So the beads will come over the top of that corner. I was even organising them. I'll give you a little bit of okay, we won't waste this stitch, this thread, so let's outline this leaf, back stitch. At the time, these little stitches don't mean anything, but you know, it's the cumulative effect. I don't know where I'm going now, so I'll just come back up here. Goodness, just notice those stickers there. Still trying to get my journaling end and my stitching end sorted out. I got somewhere this morning. Okay, so that's in there. It may end up that one of those goes there. I just love the jingle, but not now. All right, so let's have a look, and I've got to find something to go up there. I'll put that on. There's probably a few more pieces. Now let's come over to this one. So this was like a placemat. So this side has got more on it than this. So I'm thinking, well, I don't know where I'll start, but seeing we're here, I've got this piece from this one. Let's leave that there first, sort of get them talking to each other. And where's the rest of the bits? Oh. They're on the shelf. See, it doesn't work when Kate tries to be organised because I don't think I want birds. On this one, I think we'll stick with flowers, and I want to tone, I think I might tone the red down to be more pinky. We'll just see as we go. The other thing, so I've got that piece is probably the main harvest, and if we follow flower to flower, leaf to leaf, we'll join this one onto that wattle, something like that. And the other thing I found was some Rachel. It's Rachel's fabric in the linen, and I was thinking this one might end up being a combination of lots more different sorts of textiles. We will see. So I'll just cut this out a little bit. Not for there, but you see that I love the idea of a butterfly. That's a pretty blue. And I've got some of her other bits. No, Kate, no. Maybe not as many as I thought. The blue's a bit different, isn't it? I don't know whether I can, well, I'm just trying to say I don't know what colours I've got that I could do that blue with. Because you know how I'm being guided in that direction of purples and blues. Would we start to grow this way? I just thought of my father-in-law then, who has always smiled at people who do patchwork and quilting, because he says, you know, what's the point of cutting it all up and putting it back together just in a different shape? And I think that's what many of us love. Let's grow a garden. Let's see, I'm hesitating because I'm thinking at the same time. That's what I'll say. Okay, let's go here for that. Reaching for a pin. And what I was really thinking is I'd like to stick to tea towel. I think that would be truer to the fabric. What have I got left on here? It's very Australiana. When on this one I was trying to be more florals. I have got more tea towels. I wonder if I could just duck away. I can talk to you from a distance. See, that's me. I'm just, instead of turning it on and off, I've just stretched. Okay, here's a pile out of the stash. So we're getting an education. There's a little supper cloth. Adelaide, Rundle Mall. That's nice. What have we got here? Something monument. No, it's wrong. This is a nope. This is a beautiful tea towel, but it's in the wrong colours. I don't like that one very much. I've got this one. This is another. So I've gone into accidentally the is this from? Cunnamulla, Queensland. I think some of my subbies, in fact quite a lot of my subbies are from Queensland. There you are. This is for Pam. Look at those birds. A finch, a blue-faced finch. Hibiscus, so it's so hot. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's large. Let's see that on the side. It's very Kate, maybe down there. Let's have a think about that. This, I may have showed you before. This is from the same shop that I got this one from. Look at the nest, buried. It's actually beautiful linen. And I can do a shout out to my New Zealand subbies. So maybe some of those. And what haven't we looked at? That's beautiful, but I think that's a big piece in itself, so too big. All right, what are we down to? I'm going to try one of these yellow flowers. Remember, someone bought this, put it in an oppie, never used. Beautiful fabric. So I'll just cut that in half actually. I was going to fussy cut just the one, but let's keep on going and join it to this. And maybe keep going. So better to go bigger than smaller. I'm quite interested in this yellowy background. Oh yes. Well, that's pretty. I think that's pretty good. Yep, it brings the flowers around. That's what I'm just thinking. Could I do these two? Wrap this around. No, I'll have to just try. Now they're not embroidered, so that doesn't break my rule. And then we've got that stem going into there. This can roll around to the front. Let's have a pin with that. Now, seeing we're harvesting, I don't think so. I don't mind those, they'd be great to embroider and they match with that. So let's take a little, that's pretty as well. Gosh. I picked the most beautiful hydrangeas out of our garden this morning. I was just thinking, I wish I could show you. I could have, but they're in completely different colours. But beautiful, so beautiful. I was just thinking of how blessed we are to have blooms. And I know those of you in the winter, yours are not there at the moment. I could have gone off camera then, but just thinking time. No one there. So funny, I've come to this side where there's not much already. So any pins left on Judy? Oh gosh, that's a beading needle. Let's just use this needle for a minute, because we will stitch. Yep, I think that's okay. I want to embroider something with yellow. Bring a bit of I'm sure that earlier in the video I had some yellow. I've got this is Fleur's wool, and I haven't used it before, and let's just pull and hope for the best. Might have to use that needle. I watched Rachel's video this morning where she was saying ciao and telling us what she'd packed for Australia. So it was great to see all her little ideas. She's thought really cleverly about what to bring. Okay, so this is the first stitch. Oh, that's going to be harder than I thought. Okay, let's just go along here. There we go. Now you'll be going crazy saying, Kate, you haven't even stitched that down yet, which is true. But I desperately wanted to do something other than just putting it down first. It feels so nice. So now this is, I didn't line this, by the way. I looked at my blanket and then I thought, no, I'll probably line it when it's done, but I didn't, what I'm trying to say is I didn't put a blanket underneath it. See, that's quieting Kate down, which is what we need. Instead of rambling. I did watch, see, I've had a weekend morning. I did watch K3 and Catherine this morning, and she calls it wittering. I loved that. She said, I'll stop wittering away. I call myself rambling or raving. I'm not doing the efficient way to save this wool. I'll get better. I just wanted to do it desperately. Texture. Yummy, yummy, yummy. See, I have to straighten that. Can you see it? This is going to continue as a series, and I'm just going to keep it open and called it Upcycled Thrift, where the absolute base will be something, well, everything's thrifted, so I don't know what I'm trying to say. But like this was a clutch found in the shop, and I've put a tea towel on it. This is a placemat that I put handles on and turning into a tea clutch. Tea is like tea towel. But it won't always be these. Who knows? Okay, I think that's time to stop. I need a glass of water. This humidity is sending me crazy. What have we done? Nothing on that side. We've done a few more. Oh, I've got to do them all over here. And we've got that. So there we are. We've now got it's a tongue twister, 2 tea clutches in the nest, happily. And I do like this. Where was that going to go? Because these are small projects that you can just pick up and take and work on anywhere, and you can put stuff in them. Okay, this is Kate. Thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate every single minute we spend together. Until next time, bye.